All right, so now we're on to our chips and slips segment presented to you by Outlier, the smarter betting tool. We got a plethora of games on here, so we're going to go through these. We're going to talk spreads, money lines, over-unders, and we're also going to give you guys some player props that we like for some of these games. But first, we're going to start it off. We got Georgia at Alabama. Right now, the line is UGA -2, over-under is 48.5, Georgia minus 130 odds on this. What do you guys think about this game?
I'll take the Bama money line.
Me too. That's where I'm at.
I'm taking the Bama money line. The game's in Tuscaloosa. I think they got the better offense. They got more weapons on offense. They're using their quarterback the right way. And this Bama offensive line looks like what everybody thought it was going to look like last year. And so they're doing really, really good. And I think that they'll put up points in that game. And I'll actually take the over as well because Bama's secondary is susceptible to get beat as well. And I'm not very high on Georgia's weapons. Like, I don't think they can explode it to the level of win this game. Yeah. But they'll get some touchdowns. They'll make some plays. And I like the over 48.5, and I like the Bama money line in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I like Bama in this game. I've been selling Carlos. I was like, I can't even name you a Georgia receiver.
Yeah, I can't either.
And I just think Bama, they just got the better personnel. They got an offensive-minded coach. Obviously, Kirby Smart is Kirby Smart, but this game being in Tuscaloosa, I think will be kind of the edge factor. And I think Georgia will take their first lump in their difficult schedule this season.
I don't give a piss about nothing but Tide.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Give me the over. Give me the Tide.
Type
Bama blitz. Bama by a million.
Bama blitz.
Bama blitz.
Type shit.
But the other big thing here is it's the boys' first big SEC game against a big opponent, against probably that's going to be your rival throughout your lifetime as the coach there. So it's a game that you for sure want to win and set off on a good note.
His first statement game to be like,
I'm here.
I'm here.
This is my time.
I'm comparable to Nick Saban. Obviously not comparable to Nick Saban, but you're not. There's no drop off.
Yeah,
you know.
So that's the other big thing here is that. But at home, y'all said that Georgia don't have that many great receivers. But I'm going Bama. Give me the over. Give me Bama money line.
Yeah, some player props I like in this is Carson Beck over 9.5 rushing yards, Ryan Williams over 46.5 receiving yards. These lines may move, so you don't kill me. But and also like Jalen
for sure moving. They're gonna move before the episode's over.
Also like Jalen Milroe passing and rushing as well. So now we're on to the next game, Virginia Tech at Miami. This game's on Friday. Miami's minus 19. That's a pretty big spread, low key. Over under is 54.5. Miami minus 1,000 odds. Obviously, I think Miami's going to win this game. I think I like the under on this game. And that spread is kind of big, but I mean, Miami might put up 20. I don't know if they're beating them by 20, man. That's a lot of points.
I'm going to take Miami because if Miami's a national title contender, you got to cover against Virginia Tech, who lost to Vanderbilt. And,
they've covered against everybody this season. I'm taking Miami and the over.
Yeah, and
the over? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what Virginia Tech will do, but
I mean 41, 56, 62, 50.
There you go.
That's how many points they put up.
Miami in the over. I'm with you. You convinced me.
Yeah.
Miami in the over. And then what do we got on Cam Ward?
Cam Ward, his passing yards was like 3-4 or his
it just jumped up to 315.
315 for the normal line.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess around with that.
I'm not gonna mess around.
There's only one quarterback in the nation that I'm taking that for.
Look at this. 2.5 for a Goblin? Nah.
There's only one quarterback in the nation.
Since it's the Goblin and it's at 2.5, I'll take that.
I ain't taking that either.
Give me Cam Ward over 2.5 touchdowns in Miami to cover and the over. That's a 3-way bet for you right there.
Alrighty. Now we got Kentucky at Ole Miss. Ole Miss minus 17.5. Over under 52.5. Ole Miss minus 900. I like Ole Miss in this game to cover. Kentucky, they play good when they're at home against big time teams, but they're going on the road. Their offense has no pulse, and I think Lane Kiffin is really trying to go all in this year because, as Shoney mentioned earlier on the show, we probably think he might be leaving. This seems like we've said it all year, all offseason with the portal additions and things like that. It seemed like an all-in year for Ole Miss. This is the year to put all the chips in, try to go win a national title. And if it doesn't happen, Lane Kiffin knows that there's probably going to be other jobs around the country that are more appealing than Ole Miss to go get after this season. But I like Ole Miss here to cover, and I like the over because they've been just putting up points on everyone.
When I said there's only one quarterback in the nation I'm taking over on the yards, It was this man right here, Jackson Dart.
Yep.
I'm taking the over on Ole Miss. I'm taking Ole Miss to cover, and Lane Kiffin's on a mission this year.
Yep, you just said it perfectly.
Hey,
You said it perfectly.
sorry about you.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. I think that I'm going to take Ole Miss to cover. I'm going to take the over. I'll take Jackson Dart on the yards, whatever.
What's his yards at? Probably at
It's not up-
315,
it's not
12?
up
Yeah,
yet.
they're
I'll
trying to
take
correlate.
whatever
How
it
can they
is.
not put 400?
Yep. I'll take it at 400 easily. I think that, like you said at the end, this is a perfect opportunity for that team to make a statement. The whole narrative is they haven't played anybody. You know that Lane Kiffin is in everybody's ear. He wants to stomp on Kentucky, especially since Georgia struggled against them.
Yep, absolutely. Now we got Oklahoma State at number 23, Kansas State. Kansas State minus 4.5. The over-under is 55.5. K-State minus 200. I like K-State in a bounce-back spot here. I think, obviously they didn't play well going in Provo, but they're going to be back home in Manhattan, Kansas, and I like them to cover. I just don't think there's any identity at Oklahoma State, and I just don't. And this is the good matchup for K-State, I think. And I like the under in this game. I don't think it's going to be an explosive, high-scoring game, in my opinion.
It's a tricky game. This is a game that can go either way. Both of them are coming off of losses. Both need a win to keep their
It's like a must-
conference
it's like a
championship
playoff
games
game right
alive.
here. Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not sold on Kansas State's offense. They run the ball really well, both running back wise and quarterback wise, but they can't throw the ball down the field. Oklahoma State is playing really well on defense, so that might keep them in the game. I mean, we have a quarterback that's in year 30 of your program, and you do have a running back who should be doing something.
He's due for a game. This
He's
could
due
be
for a
it.
game. You do have great wideouts.
Yeah.
Presley's good. Owens is good.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go Oklahoma State. It's a Big 12. I'm gonna take the over.
Yeah, give me Oklahoma State in the under. Give me the points. And the reason I'm going the under is two terrible quarterbacks. Bad quarterbacks. If Oklahoma State's defense shows up and makes him throw the ball, he can't. And then we already know about Tax Boy, Bowman. It's give me the under and give me Oklahoma State. Kansas State just pissed me off last week.
All right, so now we got Colorado at UCF. Big time challenge for Colorado. The over's at 63.5. It's UCF minus 14.5. The line earlier in the week was at 11.5, so it's moved. UCF minus 600. I like UCF here. Or I like UCF to win. I like over on the points, but I actually like Colorado to cover. I think I just think Colorado's a team that you just can't count them out. I think they're going to play well. This is kind of an environment they're going to thrive in. They have a lot of Florida players on the team, especially at the skill position. So it's not like the environment or the weather is going to be a challenge for them in difficulty. They might actually play better because they're going to be on a fast track with Shedeur Sanders throwing the ball. So I like Colorado to cover. And a prop I like is R.J. Harvey. Shout out R.J. Harvey, always standing on business. Over 117
business
and
for
a
you
half
last year.
rushing yards. Yeah, it seems like a lot, but this dude is hitting like last 5 games he's averaging 140 on the ground, and we know how Colorado's rushing defense is. And with Gus Malzahn and the way they're able to run the football, I expect him to break off a couple explosive plays in the run game, and I like this prop.
Yeah, give me the Buffs with the points plus 14.5.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm going with the Buffs as well. Their offense can get it down the field, score some points. I'm also taking the over on it as well.
Cool. Now we have Oklahoma at Auburn. OU minus 2.5, over under 45.5. OU minus 125. Give Oklahoma, we're going to cover. I think we're going to win by like 10 plus. And that's not even, and I said this last week, so don't want to get killed. But this is just, looking at it, I think this is a good bounce back spot. I think we run a different offense than what we've been seeing with Michael Hawkins. And Oklahoma's defense is dominant, so I think they should be able to suffocate Auburn. And hopefully, with the turnovers they created last week, hopefully we can turn over some and score some points on defense to kind of help the offense out.
They did that last week, though, the turnovers.
Yeah, but like a pick six or something.
Yeah,
that.
touchdowns.
So like a touchdown.
Well, yeah, because y'all got to, because y'all's offense couldn't with the damn ball.
So, but
You need to spot them some points.
We need one, maybe 2 offensive or defensive touchdowns to really kind of alleviate some pressure. This is Hawkins' first road start. Obviously, Auburn is kind of a wild card right now. We really have no idea what's going on in that program. But yeah, I like us in this spot. I think I think we should definitely cover for sure too.
I'll take the under in this game for sure. I think the hurricane might affect this game a little bit. A sloppy weather
It's
game.
gonna hit on Thursday where it'll be sunny on Saturday.
Sloppy.
I've been looking at the weather. I've been looking at it. We're gonna be good.
I don't
Just
know.
says the weatherman Josh Pate.
Yeah,
I'm going with
Doppler,
Josh Pate.
Doppler Josh Pate says the hurricane's
and I don't
coming.
trust Camp there. I'm going with Josh Pate.
So I think hurricane sloppy weather with two offenses trying to figure it out. I love the under in that, and then I'm gonna sprinkle the Auburn money line. Everybody's belling on them. Classic. They're belling on Hugh Freeze because of his comments, and he's throwing players under the bus, and everybody thinks they're terrible. They're at home. Weather might work into their favor. Oklahoma making a QB change. Auburn money line and the under.
That's insane.
It's at 2.5. It's not like I'm taking
it's not like a
16.5 point underdog.
I'm going with the under.
I love the under. The under is what I love.
Yeah, I'm going with the under to
win.
win the game. It's kind of a toss-up.
That's what I'm saying.
You just really don't know what OU's offensive identity looks like yet. Like, yeah, you say Seth Luttrell hasn't been calling his plays, but what if he has? Like, you just don't know these things. Like, you won't know until this next game is played.
That's right. They just got to show me.
For sure.
Yeah, that's
For
where I'm
sure.
at.
I
Just
get
show
it.
me.
I get it, but the only thing that I'm going to counter with is our defense is this
Yeah, it's very good.
so good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And Auburn's
Yeah.
offense is nowhere on the level Tennessee's offense was.
No.
So I just look, that is such an overwhelming factor in the game, at least for me.
But Hugh Freeze will have
But-
some trickery. He'll
Yeah.
do some stuff. And I'm telling you,
He
if
pulls-
this field
he
is
pulls some
wet,
stuff
look
out
out.
of his-
yeah, if it's wet, I'll be more nervous. If it's sunny, I'm
Oh,
not.
really?
No Diddy.
He's been listening to all that R. Kelly.
I'm still going to go with Oklahoma to do cover the spread and take the under as well.
All right. Now we got Ohio State at Michigan State. Ohio State minus 24, over under 48.5. Ohio State minus 3,000 total odds. I like Ohio State to cover, and I like the over in this game. I think, they're playing a freshman quarterback and Aiden Childs and a first year offensive coach or first year coach at Michigan State. Ohio State's offense is crazy. You texted me earlier on Saturday, and you were like Judkins. He was like four
Carries, 112
Yeah,
yards.
he's a beast.
Yeah.
They had nothing for him.
So
at
I'm
Marshall.
like, I look at that. There's just
he's
no
way better than
Travion, yeah.
Yeah, they just have too many weapons. I think they're gonna put up a ton of points. And and they also like Ole
And to
Miss.
think he wasn't going to start at Ole Miss.
He still hasn't hit a spin move all year long though. CFB 25.
Yeah, the broken spin move. But to think that he wasn't gonna or not, he wasn't. To think that Ohio State hasn't played anybody like Ole Miss, I think this is kind of a statement game for Ohio State to kind of
Maybe. I was looking at their schedule. They really haven't played anybody. Yeah. Yes, they're 3-1, but like they played.
They played Marshall.
Well, no.
Michigan State. They played
yes.
Maryland.
Yeah.
They just lost to Boston College.
That's what it was. That was the only game they played was Boston College, and it was close. But obviously,
Hey,
Boston College isn't like a big school like that.
But they're
so,
pretty solid. But
the
Ohio
thing.
State's got to cover this game, if you ask me. If Brian Ryan's going to show me something, great teams cover. Texas has covered all 4 games this year. So cover against Michigan State. I do think that you should be a lot. Ohio State, not should be. Ohio State is superior to Michigan State in pretty much every area. Even if Michigan State's playing salty this year, if you're as good as everybody's been telling me Ohio State is this year in the preseason, during the season, all day long, it's Texas and Ohio State, and Ohio State's on their tail. You got to cover these games against Michigan State.
Yeah, their offense is too great. I mean, going to another freshman wide receiver, that's insane. Jeremiah Smith. Yep. They got him. They got Emeka, who's still a beast.
Carnell Tate.
Yeah,
They're
so
good.
they're on
Loaded.
offense. They're just loaded.
Loaded
So
with weapons.
I don't think. I don't think I've ever seen Michigan State beat.
It'll be
Ohio State,
somebody
so-
that'll test their offensive line. Like, that's what they've looked good this year so far, but they haven't played a good defensive line yet, and that's the question.
I'm taking Ohio State to win. I'm taking the over on the points, and then I'm going to stay away from the cover. Yeah. I mean, screw it. I'll go Ohio State cover.
All right, and then now we got Illinois at Penn State. This is a big-time game for both teams. Illinois has already kind of had a challenge. This was really the first challenge for Penn State. They are at home. Minus 18.5. We kind of discussed this earlier. That's a lot of points for Penn State. I like Illinois here to cover there. And the over-under is at 47.5. I think I like the over here as well. And I like Penn State to win, but this game's gonna be close.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing here with the 18.5. Like where Penn State gets that kind of credit when Illinois has had the year they've had so far this year, and they're the type of team that they are, where they condense a game. Belima ball, he's going to shrink the game and try to make it close, and he lives for those one possession matchups. I don't see it's one of those things where it's like you almost halfway want to bet for Penn State because the line's so big, but not this time. Not me. I'm going to take Illinois with the points for sure at plus 18.5. And I'll take the under too, just because how low it is at 47.5. And if Illinois plays the game that they're capable of playing, and Penn State does what they typically do in big games, which is just play very conservative and shell up on offense, I like the under, and I love Illinois plus 18.5. I don't know what the hell I'm missing. I don't know what I'm missing for them to get 18.5 points against a ranked team.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm going to go an Illinois victory here.
Oh, okay.
You're going to money line it.
I'm going Illinois money line here.
I'll sprinkle the money line because
I'm going Illinois money line here.
Crazy.
They just came off a big road win in a great environment. They're going to go another great environment. They've already tested on the road in a great environment, so I don't think it's going to affect them that much. We know how James Franklin is during these big games.
Yep.
Illinois is playing great football. They got good things going on. They got a great defense. They can make a push for the Big Ten championship here.
For sure.
So I'm going Illinois money line, and I'm going to go under on the points.
I like that.
All right.
Washington State at Boise. At Boise State, 25 Boise State. Boise minus 7.5. Over under is 64.5. And Boise minus 280 on the odds. I like Washington State here. I don't know about money line. I'm kind of leaning it. Mm-hmm. And why not? Carl's laid it on the table.
I'm saying.
Look at Washington State money line.
That's the trifecta earthquake.
And then over the points. I mean, I stayed up last weekend watching Washington State and San Jose.
I mean, that quarterback's something, huh?
Go into double overtime. The game went off at 116. That QB he's special. Like he's for sure.
He's a freshman or redshirt freshman? Yeah.
From Little Elm, Texas.
Nice.
I think he's gonna get poached.
Cole Beasley's.
Yeah, he's gonna get poached. I think from Washington State. Some
could go to
some Big 12 schools or maybe an SEC school might get him. He has that kind of short stop throwing motion. He's an athletic quarterback. He's pretty fast. I like for him to especially in the teams they're playing. I look for him to keep them in any game. So Washington State money line. John Mateer over rushing and passing.
Yeah, I love Washington. I don't love it, but I like Washington State money line as well. Give me Washington State money line, kill a little bit of that Boise State hype, and the over. It's 64.5. Let's just take the over. Why not?
Mm-hmm. I'm going over. I'm going Washington State to cover the spread, but I'm going Boise State to win the game. If you want to make a playoff, these are the games you have to win.
Yeah.
So they're ranked now. They want to continue to stay ranked and not even have a case for another team. They got to win this game. So I'm going Boise State winning this game.
I agree with them.
No, for sure. And then now we have Carl's under the radar game of the week. What do you got for us?
All right, and now I know what you're gonna think here, but what the hell is this? Why is this an underrated game of the week? But 7:00, another ACC game. ACC, it's wide open, so you got to go with the games. ACC Network, you got Florida State at SMU. Yes, Florida State does have 2 conference losses here. Yes, they're on the downward, but they still do have a chance to make that conference championship. The ACC is wide open. There's a lot of teams in here that can lose more than 2 games. We're already seeing NC State, how they look. You've seen how North Carolina looks. You've seen that SMU struggled in the past. Can they continue to keep up what they're doing? We don't know. It's their first year in the ACC, first year in a big boy conference, so we'll see. The only one that's kind of open is Miami, so you might meet them. It's a must-win game for both teams, I think. For SMU to start off the conference strong and to say we're here.
Give them hope moving forward too.
And then Florida State, they do still have a chance to make a conference championship. And all you have to do is win to get in.
SMU only lost to BYU by 3, who just stomped
K-State.
Now, I like this game, Carlos. I secretly root for SMU, and I want them to be a good program. I like this, and I've always liked Florida State as well.
So the over under is 47.5.
SMU's minus
You got
5.5.
SMU favored at 4.5. I think I'm gonna take the under on this game. And I'm gonna go with SMU winning the game as well. I don't think they cover, but I think they win.
I like that.
I like that.
I like
that. I like SMU in this spot. I mean, this was a game we kind of were talking up before the season started, and we saw how bad Florida State is. But it'll be interesting. Florida State coming into Texas, SMU. This game, obviously Florida State isn't, ranked or anything like that. But I expect, Dallas to show out for SMU first home game in the ACC. There'll probably be a lot of recruits at this game, things like that. So SMU is probably going to want to make a statement.
They benched Preston.
Yeah, I was looking that up. So did he get hurt or is he benched? Because I have no idea.
All I know is my prize picks got scammed because of him.
Yeah, they lost to BYU. It's their only loss. And BYU's ranked, so it's not a bad loss right now.
Not a bad loss.
I feel like they benched him.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I mean, you have You have one team besides Florida State with the 2 conference losses, which is Georgia Tech. And then you have Cal, who has a conference loss, NC State, who has a conference loss, and Wake Forest has a conference loss.
Nice. Yeah, everybody's lost in
It's
the conference.
still
SMU hasn't lost in
possible.
the conference. They haven't played a conference game yet.
So, yeah, that's my underrated game of the week. I know what y'all thinking. Florida State's in it, but that's what I got for y'all this week. I think it's going to be a big game. It could be a momentum change for Florida State as well.
Yeah, but that'll do it for you guys over here at 54 Yards Podcast, brought to you by Opinionated Media and sponsored by Outlier Bet. If you guys have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Go subscribe over to the Shoney Jackson Show. Make sure you guys are checking that out. He's giving you the whole deep dive on Texas football, Cowboys football, as well as college football, and the Shoney the Money Show as well for his picks every week. We're going to also have more content coming over soon. The good, the bad, the ugly with the Dallas Cowboys. Shoney's going to be going through all 22 Cowboys film. I'm going to do Cam's Corner, going through some top receivers, corners, even maybe some QBs that I like, kind of diagnose their film. And obviously, we might,
I'm going to tell y'all right now.
have some stuff from Carl.
Shoney's been going in on the Cowboys. I hear it every week. Comes to my house, records, and he just goes in on the Cowboys. So if you're a Cowboy fan, you might not want to. He's ruthless over there.
Yeah, and we're also going to try to get 54 Yards After Dark, going. It's been hard with scheduling. There's just so much going on. We want to watch a game. Maybe we'll have to have it on another screen as we're recording and stuff like that. But we're going to start getting those going, doing a little live recording when we do those, so the community can kind of get involved and as we're talking and ask stuff and things like that. But we got a lot on the horizon, so stay tuned and trying to go 1-0 this week as always. But we'll see you guys for the next episode. And it's your boy Cam, Carlos, Shoney. We'll catch you guys for the next one.
Welcome.
Boomer.